If you want some, come get some.
This is such good shit.
I am the visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth.
You can cry. I can't give the stuff to Destiny, but I can give it to my mama. I can give it to my mommy.
Acknowledge me.
Lately, he just hasn't been.
What's up, everybody? And welcome to another rendition of Rasslin with Ryan.
Yes, sir.
Back here. It is a Sunday evening. We're in the month of June now. Ryan, how's June treating you?
Oh, it's off to a good start. I went to Money in the Bank yesterday, the Intuit Dome.
How was that?
Great show, solid show. Always a pleasure to see my GOAT,
Always a pleasure.
even though the wrong winners won that main event match.
Oh my God, the wrong.
Cody and Jay don't need it, and they both can get future endeavored. So because neither of them can wrestle.
Wow, look at you being a guy.
And Logan Paul still sucks. John Cena carried all three men in that match.
Exactly. Wow.
No, John Cena carried all three men in that match.
Really? He carried all three men.
Yeah, he carried.
Wow. Is that so?
But anyways, let's get down to business.
Let's get down to brass tacks here. We're recapping Money in the Bank from last night. It was in Los Angeles, California. Well, Inglewood, California, at the Intuit Dome, the home of the Clippers, home of the second-rate LA team in Los Angeles.
I will admit though, it is cool inside because they have like the lights match with like the wrestlers like entrances, so it's really cool. It's basically like a light show.
It is, yeah. Look, I love my Staples Center. You know, it's always going to be Staples Center. It's a classic. It's like Madison Square Garden out west. But I'll tell you, they did a pretty nice job creating that arena. It's still no Staples Center, but you know what? If WWE likes it, then I like it. I still hate the Clippers, though.
Yep. And they made an official announcement.
Oh, God.
They're running it back. Double down. Vegas.
Okay.
WrestleMania 42.
We're going to start off with that.
Vegas round 2. We're going.
So TKO made a bunch of money last year off of WrestleMania because everything was sky high expensive, and they knew people were still going to buy tickets, like me, like you, like everyone else. We all went to Vegas. And damn it, it cost us a fortune, but we did it.
And damn it, we're going to do it again next year.
And these money-hungry bastards, instead of going to New Orleans, we're like, we are money-hungry. The money. We're going to, it's exactly what's going to happen. These ticket prices are going to be not only sky high, but they're going to be even more now. And now they're going to say, look at these people went here last year. They're going to come back. We're still going to charge an insane amount of prices, and they're still going to pay. They're probably going to charge higher prices. Everything in Vegas is going to be higher. And damn it, I'm still going to fall for it.
Yep. Yeah, you are.
One night.
You're going to end up going to both. You're going to end up going to both. You say that now and just wait. You're going to end up going to both.
Night 2. I'll tell you this much. Ryan. I would rather save my money and have a really nice ticket for night 2 than have mediocre seats both nights. But that's just me spitballing right now. I'm saying I know for a fact though. I'm only doing
sounds like someone who's broke would say. Cause you broke, homie.
Sounds like somebody with no bills would say. No,
I got bills. What you want? I got bills, bruh.
You got bills. Bill, your partner is not a bill. Okay.
Nah.
Friend Bill is not a bill. Okay.
Nah. But no. This is going to be the second time in the history of WrestleMania that we're going to get the same venue back to back.
Back to back, like the Lakers.
First time since WrestleMania 4 and 5.
First time since Trump Plaza. Back in what was it, 87, 88, around there? Yeah. That was like 88, 89, whenever that was. for WrestleMania 4 and 5. But yeah, they're going back to Vegas for Mania.
Yeah.
Um, I know we'll be there, but the only thing I can really hope for is one, it's affordable, which, knock on wood. I know,
And you
don't
want a
laugh.
better show?
And that it's an exciting,
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah. There's something else I forgot to mention too that I did when I went over to Santa Monica. I totally forgot to
Oh
mention.
yeah, let it rip.
I met my favorite female on the WWE roster, Alexa Bliss.
Cal Rodriguez, I'm joking.
No, my dad was so kind as to drive me out to Santa Monica to the Money in the Bank Superstore. I went to go meet Alexa Bliss, and it was amazing. I was wearing the Little Miss Bliss shirt. She's like, "Oh, I like the shirt, the OG shirt." I was like, "Yeah." It's like, "I hope we see the goddess again." She's like, "Maybe soon."
Maybe soon. She signed
So
Ryan Divas Championship.
I didn't bring no championship.
uh,
Everybody that was there had like Lily dolls or was like into like Alexa Fiend gear.
it's still really
So,
cool that you met her. So
hmm?
in Santa Monica, right? Yeah.
Hmm.
I know you were trying to convince me to go, and I was like, no, I got work. But still really cool experience that you got there and do
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, well, also it makes up because I told you originally I was going to meet her at WWE World, but then they pulled her from the lineup.
Yeah,
So when I saw this, I was like, okay, I got to make this happen.
exactly. Because you never know if you're ever gonna have the chance of meeting her again. You know, I know you have nightly fantasies of her, but
Oh yeah,
real person,
LA
your
Knight
real
said,
life,
like LA Knight said, she gives me a tingle in the loins.
loin. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
yeah. All
Good.
right. Tom, let's get in.
We're talking Moolah in the Bank
Yeah,
2025 from last night. The show
let's.
opened with the women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Let's see who was in it. It was Alexa. It
It was
was
Alexa Bliss, Naomi, Rhea Ripley, Roxanne Perez, Julia, and Stephanie Vaquer. Shout out to Stephanie Vaquer. She did 3 matches in less than 24 hours.
that's very
Three.
impressive. She had SmackDown, she had the Triple Eight or the Mexico show,
Collide and the Money in
Live,
the Bank.
and yeah, Money in the Bank.
So
Well, yeah,
shout out to Stephanie Vaquer for being a real trooper and doing 3 matches in less than 24 hours.
exactly. Exactly. And so, hold on one sec. Hold on, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to Stephanie Vakir for pulling off triple duty. Pulling off triple duty. You wanna come say hi to the people? You wanna come say hi to the people? You wanna be on this? That's my nephew. Stephanie Vakir for pulling off triple duty. Very, very impressive.
Yeah.
Very
And
impressive.
she gave us the spot of the match.
Exactly. The
Devil's kiss
on the
to
ladder.
to Rhea Ripley
Exactly. I
on
don't
the ladder.
I
And the
don't
whole crowd was
call it the devil's kiss. I call it the
yeah. Yeah, and the whole crowd was going ah ah ah
yeah.
ah.
I would after that I probably would have started doing the Booker T. Oh
Yeah.
but incredible women's match, ladders match for the Money in the Bank. I think these the women are getting much more comfortable with these high risk matches, and I think when they first started doing them, there was a lot of concern for botches. But now it's like these women they're I feel like we're at a point where this is probably the best female roster in WWE history. And
Oh yeah,
these
for
women
sure.
can
It's
not
only gonna
only
get better.
not embarrass themselves, but they are legit
Yeah.
carrying the show with these matches.
And it's only gonna get better because Mariah May is now in WWE.
Exactly. Well, she's on NXT, and so she's gonna start. She's probably gonna be the women's world champion there, rightfully so. She's finally out of that dump hole AEW.
Yep.
I'm joking. AEW is not a dump hole. I like
Tony Khan,
AEW.
you fumbled.
He has fumbled for sure.
Yeah. But
Um,
yeah, and then Naomi won the one running the bank. Crowd is hyped for it.
Right.
Right winner, in my opinion. I didn't
That's
personally. I
good.
didn't want. I wanted Alexa, but
I would have liked to see Roxanne carry it for a little bit, but she still has a lot more ways to go before she gets to that level.
and
And
this was
Naomi,
Naomi's fifth attempt in the Money in the Bank, and she finally did it in her fifth attempt.
she deserves it. She's kind of like somebody like Natty, who's been there for a long time and who's put in she's paid her dues and put in the time and the work to
And she
stay
and
at
she was and she was gone for 2 years because she went to TNA, but then came back.
and she built herself. So right person won, and I hope hopefully they continue the progress with her. And then we'll see who she goes after in terms of which title she's gonna pick. I think there is so in the so afterwards in the press conference, the post Money in the Bank press conference, they hinted at her going after Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch has the women's intercontinental title. I don't like that at all. You saw let's call him Austin Reeves. Austin Theory.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory go after the United States
Yeah.
Championship when he
I
had
don't I don't I don't think she's going after Becky. I think they're just doing it as a fun little tease to maybe be like, oh, you never know. It doesn't have to be on a world champion, but I think at Evolution we might see a Naomi cash in.
most definitely. And the reason why the women are getting a lot of the spotlight right now is because they're building up to Evolution. So yeah, I could definitely see her getting her moment there. Rightfully so. I could see her, cashing in on the EO Sky for sure. I think sending her over to Monday Night Raw would probably, putting her in that mix would probably do her some good as the world champion.
Yeah, yeah.
No, she deserves it, I think.
Hmm.
And it mixes it up a little bit too because on Monday Night Raw we've seen the same faces there, in terms of like the women's division. EO Sky is a great world champion. She's probably
Yeah,
has
and
the
and
best
there aren't really that many great heel women on Raw.
exactly.
But if you put
So
Naomi there, she could easily become the top heel
yeah,
on in the Raw women's division.
and then you have a SummerSlam match with EO Sky and Naomi, and there you go. EO Sky gets back his title.
Yeah. All
Yeah. What do you think,
right.
bro? Yeah. He says, yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. All right. Now on to match number two, which was announced at Worlds Collide, like right before Money in the Bank. We had Dirty Dom defending his Intercontinental Championship against Octagon Jr.
yep, an impromptu matchup.
Yep.
That was
And
made
it was a quick, short match, but it was fun for what we got. It was nice to see, a triple A guy, on the WWE platform.
yeah, exactly. They didn't have like a great match or anything. It was very quick, but they
It,
actually
it, it, it was fun and entertaining, and it did its job.
exactly, and it showcased, not Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio on a PLE, and it gave the spotlight to AAA and Mexico and those guys over there for having one of their guys on a WWE PLE. Yeah, good business for Triple H putting that matchup on the card. Not a long match, but something that you know these guys can quickly sink their teeth into and probably just give their best they can for a quick match.
Yeah, and it worked out great. The crowd was into it; they loved it, so it got its job done, and it added some more life to the show because everyone was like complaining about it being like four matches, and then I know it wasn't a long match, but even a fifth match, it helped with the overall pace of the card.
Exactly. Yeah. And then you had the Women's Intercontinental Championship match. You
What
had
a banger!
Becky Lynch taking on the champion Lyra Valkyria. And that was a banger of a match. I knew these two would go in there and put it all on the line, And it shows that Becky Lynch is still one of the top, female wrestlers in the world, and that Lyra is on the up and coming, I think.
Yeah, and Lyra is really like, she's shown a new side, a newfound confidence. I would not be surprised if if it not by the end of this year, but next year, I wouldn't be surprised if Lyra Valkyria is a future women's world champion.
Definitely. Definitely. She has it all, I think.
Yeah, she
She,
has the in-ring ability.
do you think she has
She's got
intangibles as like a babyface world champion?
Yeah, she's gotten better, with her mic skills.
Yeah, that's the
You know,
only thing I was gonna say is, can she really deliver on the mic? But To be honest, if the in-ring ability is there, like look at Io Sky. Look at
She's
Stephanie
she
Bakir.
may not be the
Yeah,
best on the mic, but that's just because English isn't her primary language. But she's tremendous in the ring, and that works out. She's
exactly.
a great women's world champion. Look at out, Oscar. Oscar. She doesn't speak a lot of English, and
Yeah,
she had some good runs as
yeah,
world champ.
exactly. So yeah, I think they could, definitely probably 1 year from now they'll probably put the world title on her. But for right now, they did the right move by putting the Intercontinental title on Becky because not only does that give Becky something, to carry on to add to her legacy, but now it elevates the women's Intercontinental Championship to another level.
Yeah, because she really helped elevate the NXT Women's Championship when she had it, even though it wasn't for that long. It
Exactly.
helped elevate the title. It helped showcase new talent. So it'll be interesting to see where this run goes.
Exactly. Yeah, there's an old saying out there, it's not the title that makes the man, it's the man that makes
Man
the
makes
title.
the
And
title. Yeah,
then now the man will make the women's Intercontinental Championship.
yeah. But shout out to Lyra. She had a solid reign being the inaugural Women's Intercontinental Champion, which is a lot of pressure being the first one, but I thought she did well.
Yeah.
She like all
And,
her title defenses, she really gave it her all. She put on bangers.
mhm.
And so like Lyra has a bright future ahead of her.
Yeah, and then they did the post-match angle where Lyra had to raise up her hand. Becky was like, "No, we're gonna go around 4 times. You're
And
gonna put the
and
belt
then
around
she's
me."
like, "No, you got to put the belt on me."
Yeah,
And
exactly.
then Lyra gave her a suplex and then hit her a few times, and so it's nice to see that because we weren't seeing that from Lyra before. So
Yeah, exactly.
it's nice to see that like even though she's a baby face, like she can still be aggressive like when she needs to be.
Exactly.
They play off really. In fact, they didn't even wait. They didn't even finish introducing them, and they already got into it before the introductions were done.
Exactly. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
and then we have the men's Money in the Bank.
Match of the night, I think. Match of the night. Best match
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
night. This thing went 2 hours. It felt like it was like 35 minutes, but
No, but it was great. It was like non-stop action from start
we
to finish.
had Solo
The
Sikoa, we had LA Knight, we had Andrade, Alidolo, we had Seth freaking Rollins. He's a
Penta,
Victor. He's a
and then we had Chad Gable.
yeah, Chad Gable. No, 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 not Chad Gable. No, no.
Who?
Grande Americano. Okay.
That's Chad Gable.
No, no. There's no proof. No proof of this. No proof.
They've never been in the same room together.
Exactly. Yeah, they don't have to.
Hey, yeah.
Yeah. Chad Gable loaned his boots to him.
Because he is Chad Gable.
Look at me subscribing into kayfabe now.
Because he is Chad Gable.
I don't know. Not quite sure about that.
But okay, anyways,
Oh, no, no. If you listen to commentary, did you watch the match on commentary? On TV?
yeah,
Watch the match? Wade
yeah.
Barrett. Wade Barrett has said, no, there's a quite difference between cover your ears, Bo. Between Chad Gable's nipples and Americano's nipples.
Oh my God.
And then Michael
And
Cole.
Michael Cole is like, what? Be like, I have never done
Yeah.
research discovering the difference between a man's nipples. Like,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
there is no difference. He's Chad Gable.
I don't know, man. FBI needs to look into this.
But anyways, it was a solid match. The crowd was really in it for Penta. Like they were loud for Penta.
They're allowed for Penta. Penta was I would say LA Knight was the crowd favorite, but Penta was right there with him.
Yeah, and Penta, he had some great
How
spots
many
and
how many Penta masks did you see out there in the crowd?
man, there was quite a bit. There was a lot.
See how many people walking like
Penta is a big star already. Like he's huge now. And he's only been in the WWE for a couple of months. Yeah, he's only been in WWE since January, and he's already like a huge star.
yeah, he's a huge
Like,
star.
yeah, no, and he's great in the ring. He's so entertaining, and he's great on the mic too. He may not speak like the best English, but he gets the crowd behind him.
Oh yeah, exactly.
It was a great
He
match. There's
was
some great spots. The Mexican destroyer on the
on
ladder,
ladder.
man, that
Yeah.
got a pop.
Oh man, that was incredible. Uh,
That got a pop.
this match, I mean, started off as usual as you could expect it to start off with like multiple spots here and there. Eventually Chad, no. Americano brought out the big ladder, which
The fireball.
the fireball ladder.
Advertised ladder.
Exactly. That thing was freaking huge,
It
right?
was. That's what she said.
Uh
Yeah.
yeah. Anyways, the spot I loved was when Americano, I know who's on the ladder, but basically Americano kind of springboarded his own ladder onto the big ladder. You remember what spot I'm talking about?
Yeah. It's LA Knight was going at for like the move they to like throw him against the
Yeah.
post, but El
Hmm.
Grande Americano like got the ladder and like moved it and got up to basically get to the ladder. We got that cool looking spot. So there are a lot of great spots in this match. Like
Yeah.
I think everybody showed out in this
He
match.
really did, you know. That
Even
that was
even
phenomenal.
even Andrade, he had a great performance in this match.
He was. Yeah.
I know he may not be like a crowd favorite, he may not be like world champion material, but you can't deny he is one hell of a talent.
And I think another guy is Solo Sikoa. His personality is really shining through these moments. His facial expressions, the things he's able to do with his body language. I think it's tremendous.
Yeah, and speaking of Solo Sokoa, we saw Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed make their way out to help Seth. And
Hmm.
then eventually we saw Jacob Fatu and JC Mateo come out. They
Yep.
brought, and then there was a huge pop when Jacob Fatu got Bronson Reed up for the Samoan drop.
Oh my God, that was amazing.
That was a crazy spot. And when I saw that live, I was like, oh my God. Like, he did it so effortlessly, just like throw him on his shoulders. Boom.
Yeah, it
Like
was so quick.
that's like a near 400-pound man.
Exactly. It's unbelievable. It's
Jacob
unbelievable.
Fatu, he's amazing. And then all gas, no brakes.
You know what I mean?
And then we saw what I think many expected. Jacob Fatu turned babyface.
So
Took out Solo.
they cleared out the ring. Solo, Jacob threw Solo into the ring. Told him to
Sets up a
get the
ladder
ladder.
for him.
He set up the ladder. He was
He's doing
basically,
the thing
yeah,
like he's scouting to make sure nobody
shouting
comes
it
in.
like a hound dog. And
And
then
then
where Solo's getting up, Jacob looks up, grabs his foot, and then Solo's like, "What?"
what are you doing? What are you doing? And Jacob's like, I hate you, Solo.
Yep, pulls him
And so
down.
we now officially have a babyface Jacob Fatu. So,
Yep.
and the crowd loved it. Like, even I was telling you, like, man, Jacob Fatu, he is something else.
Oh yeah,
He's
exactly.
amazing, dude.
But now I think that sets up a SummerSlam match between Solo and Jacob, and I wouldn't
For
be
the
surprised if they somehow put the title on Solo. But we'll see.
maybe,
But
yeah, we'll see because who knows how because if they're gonna push Jacob Fatu as a singles guy, are they gonna want to put him in the world champion scene like soon or are they gonna build him up as a singles act for a little bit?
exactly. But yeah, going to the finish of the match, we had like another kind of like 5 minutes left in the match after that. It was like LA Knight kind of reaching for the title. It was Penta reaching for the title, Seth Rollins. But eventually, in the end, your boy Seth freaking Rollins gets the W, grabs the briefcase. Now, in his head, has control of WWE.
I,
Anyway,
a lot of people weren't that happy because they like Seth didn't need it, LA Knight needed it, but you said you don't think so, but I think seeing LA Knight as a world champion, I think that's done. I think that's out the window.
No, I don't think so at all. I mean, look, the guy is still a world championship caliber guy. I think is just waiting for his time. That's all. I look at Seth Rollins is coming off a huge WrestleMania win. They want to carry this momentum. They're probably going to put the world title back on him at some point. And or I mean,
He ain't cashing in on Cena. He ain't cashing in on my go. Nah.
I don't know. It's possible. There's a possibility. In fact, I wouldn't I wouldn't not be surprised if we see an interaction between your GOAT John Cena and Seth Rollins tomorrow night on Raw. Just an
Yep,
interaction
because the GOAT's been officially announced for tomorrow night.
in Phoenix.
Yep.
So I wouldn't look at just to tease it. I think they might have a face to face.
We'll see. Yeah.
Exactly. You want to see John Cena keep winning, Bubba? No? Oh, no. Exactly. You want to see Seth Rollins beat him? Yes. Exactly.
Cody's done. Cody had his time.
Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
No one cares about Stardust anymore.
Stardust.
Yep.
Gosh. Anyways, all right, we're going to the main event here. Logan Paul with the last real chump, John Cena.
Hey, it's the last real champion to you, sir. All right. He's the last real champion. He's the GOAT. He's gonna take the championship home with him where it belongs. He's changing the WWE landscape forever because he is here to ruin wrestling and he's doing his job. So acknowledge your last real champion.
How can I mute you? How can I mute you on this?
Nah.
So we had John Cena and Logan Paul versus Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes.
Cody sucks.
And main event Jey Uso.
You mean opening match, Jey Uso?
Oh gosh. Anyways, great match, great main event. I think so.
I think a lot of people were like, I don't think there were a lot of like high expectations for it, but it ended up being a solid match. The crowd is into it. There's some solid spots, and like my GOAT, even though he's getting up there, he's still he still got it.
Look, he's getting better in the ring.
Hey, watch your mouth.
He's getting better in the ring.
Your mouth.
He's still
carried.
He's still like a washcloth, but
he carried. Hey, at least he didn't trip trying to do a move like your proclaimed future Logan Paul.
Look at John Cena has said himself, he's the inevitable.
Okay? Yeah, but Logan Paul tripped trying to do a buckshot lariat.
Don't matter. Don't matter. John Cena has 2 left feet. John Cena carried himself pretty well in this match. So long to the other guys. And the big spot everyone is talking about. Well, let's see before we get to that. Let's talk about Logan Paul, man. Impressive as all hell in this match. I mean, let's talk about the springboard dive that he did from the outside to the announce table.
Springboard moonsault.
Exactly. Springboard, whatever. Impressive. Hell impressive. Even you have to be impressed with that.
He still sucks, but that was a good spot, but he still sucks.
Still one of the best wrestlers that there is.
Hell no.
We'll let the people decide. Logan Paul is
overrated.
Logan Paul is better than 95% of the roster.
Sucks on the mic too.
No, my gosh.
Oh my god. Look at you buying into his crap.
Anyways, great main event, and what people are talking about, the internet's still buzzing, is at the end of the match, it looked like John Cena was going to take off Cody Rhodes' head with the title again, get the victory, but then we see a person with the black jacket, black hood, takes down John Cena, starts pummeling him. Ryan starts crying in the crowd, get off of him.
Nah.
And then we figure it out. The man reveals his face, and it is R-Truth.
Our lies, because he's a liar. That's all he is. He's a liar.
Starts beating up John Cena, takes the title, whacks him in the head with it, gets Cody the victory. It was. But gets Cody Day the victory.
The interesting thing is he's not R-Truth now. He's actually going by his real name now.
Ron the Truth Killings. I think that's probably how they're going to start marketing him going forward.
And apparently, from what I've heard with this contract, it's not like a legitimate contract. It's like it's a contract that allows him to have like one last run with the company, but like that's it.
Yeah. Well, it's great. I think WWE listening to the fans is always a good thing.
We
And
got worked. We got worked.
I don't know if it's a work or not. We'll see.
Triple H said it was part of the story.
We'll see. But good on WWE for bringing Ron the Truth Killings back into WWE.
They can't handle the truth.
Even though he was only gone for a week. It's not like he was really gone. It's like when you go to college.
So then where's the "We Want Carlito" chance? Where's the
Nobody cares about Carlito.
Valhalla chance?
Nobody cares about him. Well,
Yeah, nobody cared about our truth until that news.
Yeah, no, that's not true. Not even remotely true.
Boy, fans are fickle.
Fickle, just like you.
I ain't fickle.
Okay, so Jay and Cody get the dub. This sets
Wrong winners. They didn't need it. They didn't deserve it.
whatever, Mr. Kayfabe. Now,
Two most overrated wrestlers in WWE today.
oh my gosh, how can I be?
Stardust is only relevant because he keeps crying about his dead irrelevant father.
How can I mute this guy?
And then Jay's only relevant because he said the word "yeet," even though his brother, the better Uso, said.
Oh dang!
Nah.
Oh my lord!
Can't handle the truth. That's why you had to mute me.
You can't handle the truth.
Because you know I'm speaking facts.
Oh my gosh. Anyways, this sets up now. So WWE is doing King of the Ring, King and Queen of the Ring. This sets up 2 tournaments now. I think this sets up Cody winning the King of the Ring.
LA yeah.
I think it sets up Cody winning King of the Ring and
Cody doesn't need it.
John Cena at SummerSlam for the WWE Championship.
Nah. Cody doesn't need it. We don't want Cody.
Guys,
we don't want
3
Cody
minutes left. Let's talk about the future and let's not get caught up in kayfabe. Okay.
The future is I want to see where the
this guy.
No, I want to see how they handle the situation that now that Seth has the briefcase.
What do you think this goes? The storyline.
With what?
This is my brother now. Yeah. The king and queen of the ring they're gonna do.
The king and queen of the ring?
Yeah.
It really goes nowhere. They bring it and it doesn't do anything for the product.
There you go. But I think they have Cody win to challenging John Cena.
Just so he can lose to him again.
It depends on who's going to be in the tournament.
Interesting stat. Cody Rhodes has never beat John Cena 1-on-1.
Guys, Ryan, it's kayfabe. Let's predict a little bit.
I mean, didn't Xavier Woods win the King of the Ring once? And where did that go?
It did nothing.
And
it was a joke.
The Queen of the Ring, and she didn't win a championship till 3 years later.
I think what I'm looking for is who wins in. I think it's probably going to go to SummerSlam. Right? It is going to SummerSlam. I think Cody wins.
CM Punk.
I would like to see CM Punk. Right? Punk or LA Knight, whoever, but I think
we need Punk versus Cena one last time.
Yeah. I think Punk's going to be his last opponent, but that's still a little far off.
Yeah, we need Punk versus AJ Styles, or we need Cena versus AJ Styles one more time.
Cena's going to be Cody.
Yeah, it's going to be Cody. Whether Ryan likes it or not, it's going to be Cody, and it's going to be at
No, because Cena is retiring as the last real champion. He is retiring with the championship as he deserves because the fans deserve nothing. Cody deserves nothing.
I'll meet you again.
Cody ruined the product. Cody was the worst WWE champion of the last 5 years.
Oh my lord. Anyways, we have a minute and a half remaining. I want to say thank you guys for watching Wrestling with Ryan. We'll have a pretty dang cool project coming up. I'm working on it. I want to release it somehow between the next month and a half. It's called "What is LeBron James's Legacy with the Lakers?"
Yeah, he's gonna jerk. He's gonna jerk off.
Hey, hey,
Wow.
whoa, 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 whoa! It's a family show. It's a family show. Anyways, I meet you, man. Anyways, no, not myself.
Nah. Just again, thank you guys for watching and tuning in. It's always great to do these, have these fun little back and forth conversations.
Exactly.
So, and Mike will come too. Mike will come too, and he'll realize that John Cena is the last real champion, and he's gonna retire with it. So
Exactly.
you'll come through. You'll come through.
Exactly. And we're gonna see. We have a lot more on the horizon for you guys. Just watch out. This podcast is unpredictable on when it's going to be released, but you can't see us until we release another new episode. Until next time, I'm going to meet Ryan. I'm going to stop his video, and I'll see you guys. See ya.